Today we're talking about the Maven RF.1 rangefinder. This rangefinder is absolutely incredible. Now, in full comparison, this is not a comparison video. This is a video simply talking about the Maven, but I will tell you I am coming from the Halo XL 450. No knock to Halo, but doesn't hold a candle to the Maven RF.1. It's not supposed to. This is an entry-level rangefinder. It's about $180 Canadian, about $120 US. This is what I came from, just to give you the perspective. Every time I put this to my eye, it would generally be out of focus because this focus dial moves pretty freely. It only has a black reticle. It has angle compensation, which is great and needed when you're in a tree stand and at elevated shots. But this is what I was coming from. This is an incredible work of art. This glass is from Japan and it blows my binocular glass out of the water. This is a 7 by 25 millimeter rangefinder, and I don't know, I feel like this is the type of thing that you need to wear white gloves with, like people that handle the Stanley Cup. You know what I mean? Like, this thing is amazing. Solid construction. You know the minute you have this in your hand that you're holding something that is worthwhile. You know, it's got a good weight to it. It's got a great rubberized outer coating, which is perfect for being able to hold on to. It's got one button at the top for your ranging. It has an adjustable eyepiece, and then it has a metal stipplized focus ring, which is not easy to move. It's not difficult to move, but it doesn't freely flip around and flow like others would. It does. If you're adjusting it, you're adjusting it, and it looks like it's going to stay there. Every time I've pulled this out of my pocket and put it up to my eye, it's been exactly how I left it in focus, which is amazing. It does have an adapter on the bottom for attaching to tripods. It's got a little spot to attach a lanyard should you do that. I usually have it attached so that I can pull it up, and if I really had to, I could just let it go and it'll fall and hang and not fall on the ground. It has on the side here, it has a field and a forest option, and it's just this button. You flip it up for the field, you flip it down for forest. So if you're in a field, wide open field, there's no possible obstructions in that field, and you see an animal or whatever it is that you're shooting at and you range it, it will tell you what that range is. If you're in the forest, densely wooded area, you're going to have sticks and twigs and other things that are in your way. You flip it to forest, and it's going to be more precise on exactly what you're pointing it at, and kind of ignore the other obstacles that might be in the way. It has a push button on the front, on the side here, that will adjust your options on the inside. There is a 5 reticle symbol option where you can have just a dot, you can have just a diamond, you can have just a crosshair, you can have a diamond with a crosshair. There's a number of different things you can choose from. You can also adjust with the dial the level of brightness, so depending on the time of day that you're using the rangefinder, whether it's early in the morning, low light, late night, evening, low light, you can adjust your the dimming capabilities for your display. It is a red display, which is more of like an orangey color, which is fantastic. If you're coming from something like, again, I'm not knocking the Halo, but if you're coming from a rangefinder that only offers a black color for your ranging, switching to something that has red, which a lot of them do, is very valuable. It's a lot easier for your eye to pick up on, it's a lot easier for you to see in low light, and it's very necessary in my opinion. It feels solid and extremely well made. Like, I just can't say enough about that. It's really something you have to get your hands on. It is beefier than other models. It is a bit thicker, slightly, and with this bump out of the dial, I did notice it does fit pretty snug in the rangefinder pouch. So quickly pulling it in and out, it's not going to be as quick to access in some rangefinder pouches. You're going to have to give it a little bit of a tug to get it out. All that means is that you just have to position it properly. Like I know for mine, when it fits in, I can push it all the way down to the bottom, or I can push it into the top just slightly down enough that the hood will cover it, and I can grab it and still have a one-handed operation of pulling it out. If you do push it all the way down to the bottom of your rangefinder pouch and it is a tight fit, you may have some issues pulling it out with ease, but that's going to be on a case-by-case basis depending on what kind of rangefinder pouch you have. I'm a left-eye dominant person. I'm right-handed, but I'm left-eye dominant, so I shoot left. So I am using this in my left hand most of the time. What does that do? That blocks all of the options that I have access to. So that just means I have to modify it, whether I switch to my right hand and do that, or I adjust my options ahead of time so that I can just use it free-handedly, no problem, and not have an issue with my left hand. When you do hit the dial, you're going to have your whatever crosshair symbol you've picked, you're going to have your yardage, and your yards are meters. It's going to compensate for angle compensation if you want, or straight line sight, depending on how you have it set up. It has 5 brightness settings with the, like I said, with when you're changing the dial. I don't know if you can hear that, but it clicks every time you change an option, which is pretty cool. Not clicking to the point where you're going to have an issue in the field. But it will click, giving you that, letting you know that you are selecting whatever it is you're selecting. It has a super fast readout. So when you click this button, you're getting your range back in 1/4 of a second. Depending on the distance, you'll get it back between 1/4 of a second and 3 seconds. Every time I've used this bow hunting, for the last week I've been using it, and every single time I've ranged anything, it's been quick. It's been 1/4 of a second. Bam! You hit the button, bam! You get your range. It's not slow by any means. It's incredible. It does have a minimum of a 5-yard minimum up to 4,500 yards for a distance. So there are 2 rangefinders in the Maven lineup. This is the RF.1, which is their premium. They do have another rangefinder which is called the RF.1, which is a 6 by 22 millimeter, and it's a 2,400 yard range max. The price for this for US is going to be $450. For us Canadians, it's going to be about $621. So it is a significant piece of gear, but you are getting some pretty incredible features and an incredibly well-built, well-made product. I reached out to Maven in regards to this video, and they agreed to send this to me on a loaner program. I have to send this back when I'm done with it, or I have to purchase it. They do have a loaner program where you can buy, you can put a deposit down for a loaner model. They'll send you one in the mail. You get to test it out for a couple of weeks. If you like it, you send it back to them and they'll send you a brand new one. So there's not a lot of companies that do that let you try before you buy. This is not going to be sold. Maven products are not sold in the stores. They're a direct-to-consumer product. You have to go through their website to purchase from them. So that's why the loaner program is such a cool option for people who are kind of on the fence, not quite sure, want to buy something that's better than your entry-level stuff. but you're still a little afraid to spend the money on something you haven't actually put in your hands yet, I totally get it. The loaner program is something to definitely look into. So when this comes to you in the mail, it comes in this box with the Maven symbol on the front. It is a recyclable product. The cardboard box that it comes in, you open it up and it's got this envelope here. Inside this envelope is your user guide. So you can flip through that, take a look at all the different options and how to properly use it. You can see all the options that you're getting out of this amazing device. The rangefinder itself comes in this little bag, this very soft bag, which can also be used to clean the lens off. It's made of that really soft material. That's the carry bag. It comes with a lanyard, and it comes with an Energizer lithium CR2 battery, which is under this cover, which has a red stopper in front of it so that you're not burning battery while it's in the box, which is pretty cool. They also send this their little brochure here that has all the different products that they sell. They have binoculars, varying different types of binoculars. They also have different, they have your standard binoculars, the 8x42, the 10x42, the 12x50, but then they also have some other sizes that I haven't seen other companies offer. They've got, 10x50s, 12x50s, 9x45, 11x45, 10x56, 15x56, 18x56, like just a number of different options to choose from depending on what kind of binocular you're looking for. Yeah, it's just outstanding. So it comes in this is the standard Maven colors, which is like black, gray, and orange. They also have just a black and a gray option, and then with the binoculars you can go through, and some of them you can get in different camo patterns and various different color options, so you can kind of make them your own. It doesn't have to be the standard colors that are offered. They also have stickers that come with the brochure. They threw in this hat for me, which is very much appreciated. Again, this is my own review of this product. I'm not paid by Maven. They didn't give me a list of things to say. They're not expecting anything from me other than me trying the product and letting people know what I think. And I honestly think that that's incredible for them to do that, and not, they obviously stand behind their product and know that they've put out something that is of decent quality, and they're not going to worry about people saying horrible things about their products. I mean, I know some people will have, YouTube is all opinion based, but I don't think you can go wrong with anything that Maven puts out. This is my first venture down the Maven road, and I am completely blown away by this product. I would like to try and find a way to keep these for myself and purchase them. They are an expensive item when you're going from $150, $160 rangefinder to a $620 rangefinder. When you're trying to get the best gear that you can, and again, you don't know what you don't know. Like I said, I came from this, and again, not knocking Halo, they put out a good product. This rangefinder never failed me, always gave me an accurate range. That's all I can really ask for. This has a lot more options that this one doesn't. You're getting a much better, superior quality glass. You're getting a stronger magnification. I put this up to my eye, and I was using this more than I was using my actual binoculars, which I have a Nikon 10x42 Pro Staff 3S binocular. This was about $350 Canadian. And this glass is pretty awesome. People who put it up to their eye say they're pretty blown away by that glass. Well, the glass in this rangefinder I was using a lot more frequently than my actual binoculars. So it's a pretty awesome product. It's gonna be hard to give this back, so we'll see if I keep it or not. That'll So see what the future holds for that. It does come with another cloth, or an actual cloth to wipe it down. It's similar similar quality as the one inside the box. So it also says the distance to trees is 3,000 yards. Distance to deer is 2,700 yards. The minimum range, like I said, is 5 yards. There's a 0.5 yard accuracy up to 300 yards. Accuracy 300 to 2,000 yards is plus or minus 1 yard. Accuracy 2,000 to 4,500 yards is plus or minus 3 yards. And the acquisition time, like I said, is 1/4 of a second to 3 seconds depending on the distance. I found it to be 1/4 of a second. It was very, very fast. So as I said, I'm completely blown away by this product. I loved every minute of having it. I'm going to enjoy my testing time with it. Hopefully I will keep it and not have to send it back, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I'll put it through its paces and give you a longer term review. This is more of just an introduction of what it's like out of the box and how it's been for the last week or so in my hands. Superior product, incredibly well made. They stand behind their stuff. Check them out, mavenbuilt.com. There is a link in the description. If you want to head over to the website, check out everything Maven has to offer. If you have any questions about this video or any of the videos on this channel, feel free to reach out to me. I'll answer any questions you may have. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more videos like this. It's really helping out the channel. We got a lot of things coming for 2024. Now it's here. We're into 2024. There's going to be a lot of cool things happening. A lot of new things hitting this table that I have to show you and share with you. And a lot of cool and awesome adventures being planned for the 2024 season. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.